Hi, welcome to today's lesson about the different types of partial fractions. It is important to be able to identify which type of partial fraction you are dealing with, because once you know that, you can decide on the method of solving. Remember, the first thing that you must always do is to identify if it is a proper or improper fraction. For example, in this equation, 3x divided by x plus 5 and x minus 3. What do you notice here? The numerator has power 1 and the denominator has power 2. If the power of x in the numerator is smaller than that of the denominator, it is a proper fraction. Let's go through different case scenarios. Case 1, denominator with distinct linear factors. Now here you notice that you have two factors. The standard result is going to be a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 2, where a and b are constants that need to be found. In another example, we have here 7x minus 2 divided by x square minus 3x minus 4. This is a quadratic equation. Before you solve it, the first thing you are supposed to do is factorize it. Once you factorize it, you will write it in the standard form, resulting in a over x minus 4 plus b over x plus 1. Also, you have, suppose in the denominator, 3 factors. If you have 3 factors, the standard result is going to be a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 3 plus c over x plus 2. Moving forward to case 2, denominator with repeated linear factors. Here, you notice that you have x plus 1 and x minus 3 to the power of 2 in the denominator. This tells us that we have 3 factors, and we can write it as x plus 1, x minus 3 and x minus 3. For repeated linear factors, the standard result is going to be a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 3 plus c over x minus 3 to the power of 2. We do not write here x minus 3. The power increases. Here we have power of 1 and here we have power of 2. Let's look at another example. In here we have x minus 1 to the power of 3 and x plus 4. How many factors do we have here in the denominator? We have 4 factors. We have x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1 and x plus 4. The standard result for such an equation is going to be x minus 1 in the denominator here, x minus 1 to the power of 2 and x minus 1 to the power of 3, and the last one will be x plus 4. A, B, C, D are the constants that we need to find. Now we will go through improper fractions. When the power of x in the numerator and the denominator are the same, it is a case of improper fraction. Once you identify it as an improper fraction, divide the numerator by the denominator using long division. You will get the quotient and the remainder, and then you will write it in the format quotient plus remainder over x minus 1 and x plus 2. X minus 1 and x plus 2 is our divisor and our denominator. Further, we will use the first method that we did about linear factors and solve it as a partial fraction. We will get quotient plus a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 2. Even if you have the power of numerator bigger than the power of denominator, it is a case of improper fraction. We are still going to use the long division, find the quotient and the remainder, and write it in the format quotient plus remainder over the denominator. And then I'm going to express this as a partial fraction. So we have quotient plus a over x plus 3 plus b over x plus 1. In all these formats, we need to find a and b. They are constants. In the last case, we will go through denominator with irreducible quadratic factor. In this example, we see the denominator is x plus 2 and x square plus 1. Whenever you have x square plus any constant, it means that it is a case of irreducible quadratic factor, and the standard result is going to be a over x plus 2 plus bx plus c over x square plus 1. Here a, b and c are constant that we need to find. It doesn't make a difference whether I put x square plus 1 first or x plus 2 first. The standard result for this equation will be ax plus b over x square plus 1 plus c over x plus 2. These both are examples of proper fraction, but irreducible quadratic factor could also be improper. For example, here in the numerator, x has the power of 3. If you expand this, you are going to also get x to the power of 3. So it is a case of improper fraction. You will have to divide and find the quotient and the remainder. What do you notice here? This is a quadratic equation, but it cannot be factorized. When you put it in the calculator, you will get an I. That tells us that it is a case of irreducible quadratic factor. The standard result for this is going to be quotient plus remainder over x plus 2 over x square plus x plus 1. This x plus 2 and x square plus x plus 1, with the remainder we will express it as an partial fraction. And the standard result is going to be quotient plus a over x plus 2 plus bx plus c x square plus x plus 1. We need to find the quotient a, b and c. Thank you for watching the video. I will go through in detail on how to solve each type of partial fraction in other videos, and also there will be a video about dividing algebraic fractions.